Sun just came out here for a ride. It's been raining all morning. Thank you. I'm on my old 10-speed. My first road bike. It's 12-speed now. Weighs 33 pounds. It's funny though, because I'm faster on this bike than any of my other bikes. I think it's the adjustable bars, mainly. I used to ride to work in Auburn, and like from here to Auburn. I was 10 minutes faster on this bike than my bigger one. That ride was about 26 miles each way. Did it 3 times a week, every once in a while. I was thinking about checking that route out again. They opened up part of it again where they've been working on the freeway. To go into the big ring here, always dicey. There we go, beautiful. Most of my bikes, I don't use the fastest gear. I just try and take it easy on the chain. So we're in like gear 11 or whatever. Great. That was probably the guy with that trailer swinging wide into the lane, triggering the light. It doesn't turn when people are only going right here. It used to really piss me off when I was coming home in the middle of the night. People going towards me, turning left would trip it by swinging wide. Or cutting, I guess. You see how they're cutting there a little bit. That's enough to trip that sensor. Still working on the audio. 4K seems to be working pretty good with hyper smooth on, though. Audio may just be one of those things, you know. I don't feel like having a separate audio recorder. I've got a lapel mic, but I'd probably fuck it up worse than it would help by having it mounted wrong or something. Ooh, a little spray from that. Hope it's not on the lens. Looks like I didn't get on my glasses too bad. Gotta use that helmet visor, you know? Too crazy on descents unless I have some goal, like getting behind somebody or something. My goal today is to stay off wet paint. Brakes on this thing go fucking pretty good. I actually got the long cool stop pads, but yeah, we're going. Just gotta watch out for wet paint here. Miles an hour without tucking. I'm gonna tuck and try and roll through this next hill past the light. Once we get the light, oh, here we go a little bit. I think we got it. We're going, there we go, yeah. And here we go. Still in the big ring. See if we could just slip over this bitch. This is where this bike just fits like a fucking glove. I don't even understand the geometry of it, but whew, 20 over that hill. Actually slowing down on a downhill here. A little more aggressive posture. I'm not trying to get right hooked. I'll dip back over. This one always slows me down. I'm actually going to take this chance to get out of the big ring. Oh, we're right in the gear still on the small one. Perfect. Yeah, it's always an adventure than the peace and quiet. It's clearly raining a couple miles down the road. I always take this section kind of easy. Pretty much guaranteed to get wet today. No big deal to Washington. Got fenders. I'm forgetting to get over again. I'm so lazy. I was scoping out this left up here, like taking the left shoulder. They were just doing construction over there. And there's some rubble and shit, so I won't be doing that today. Got Specialized Tri-Sport 1 1/4 on here. I thought they were Schwalbe's or something, but nope. The other 10-speed has Schwalbe's white walls in there. They say inflate to 85 psi. Right. Just set the DeWalt inflator to 110 and leave the room. So in the back's about 107, 105. I usually set it to 107. And the front's about 95. Road work ahead. Survey crew ahead. Yeah, I'm blind. That's okay, I got it. Hurry up before it rains. I gotta get over. Looking good though. Taking a left here, this climb always sucks. Just glad I'm on a 10-speed. I haven't been able to do it yet on a single speed. So watch out for oncoming and then hit it. It's really no running it though, you gotta just get into it. Get down. There's the lowest gear. Still sucks on a 10-speed. My legs are feeling good, but definitely feels a little early in the season. I don't know if that clicking is. I wish I could stop it. My coat. My coat and the backpack fighting. Can't give up yet. I got another one. And then I taking a left here and doing our climb immediately. Can't say I'm a fan of that. The same intersection. Almost a twin of it is over on Rosedale. I'll be going right there for the sake of today and pulling a U-turn. Oh boy. That's it. Oh boy, yeah, just sit behind me. No big deal. I don't really care, but it always haunts you when they're right there and you're, I don't know, 7, 8 o'clock. So I want my lungs to recover, but I want my heart rate up for this next section. I'm probably just not going to drink water right now so I can breathe. I'm trying to roll this hill. We start out much higher, but the hill on the other side of this ravine, you can almost roll up, but it's super steep for a bit. If any cars pass me right now, they might fuck me up too. So, we'll see. I hear somebody, I can't tell. It is wet, so I'm going to try to be careful, but I do want to keep some momentum here. Yeah, see how this tightens up. Just give it the fucking shit. That's the hard part. Just gonna pull barely here instead of shift. This next one I can pull the first hill, not the second. Or roll it. Those cars are coming up. First one's free there. I'll go one gear faster though. There's 5 out of 6 in the back, small ring on the front. Crappy chain line, but I have options for getting out of it on the second hill. We were 20, we're dropping to 15. I'm just not even really pushing because we got it. This next little whoop is also free. It's not really a hill. Look at that. 25 miles an hour, totally free. This hill ain't free. It ain't even close, and it's deceiving. It should be. Must be because that one back there takes some of our momentum and doesn't give it back. This one's real bitch with a single sweep. You can do it, especially if you hurry into it. Glad to have gears today. This little dip here isn't even on the graph, but it's nice because you are right into a mile-long gradual climb. It's good to get your breath, but keep your heart rate up. And right back into it. Whew. Yeah. You can tell you're alive when you're right out here. Fuck. Hope the backpack noise isn't annoying. It's driving me crazy. I don't know what the fuck. This is not flat, but we're getting more air. We're able to speed up a little bit. It's good. Things are good. I always thought this would be a cool place to live. It's a big swath of conservatory land over here. Which is still owned by a gal named Kit. Can't remember her last name. she was the president of this conservatory. I think she's willed the land to them and already is in some sort of a partnership with them to conserve it. So, Greater Peninsula Conservancy. So all these people are just cutting through from Hunt to Rosedale. Without going by that big church over by the big four-way stop where Rosedale goes under the freeway. Sort of a little back way, which is definitely why I'm using it. Honestly, it's a good place for a break. But I'm feeling pretty good today, so it ain't raining, I'm gonna keep moving. I need to drink water now though. I'm sure some people like to have rides like this on slow TV without me breathing and talking. Probably even like the old school shifting noise, but ain't gonna happen on this channel. I'm fat, man. If I held my breath, I'd fucking keel over right here. Worst places, I guess. I get some dripping. I think it's from the trees, but I'm not sure. I'm hoping over here in Rosedale I can get on film the way I roll hills. They're about the same height. I can't remember though. If this pair of hills works. We're gonna give it a shot both directions, I remember. And the height, they're within 5 feet of each other, I think, the hills. And from the bottom one to the top of another is about a quarter mile. I think it's about 6/10 of a mile between the peaks. So my notes say to turn right at Rosedale and turn around past 58th, but I should see where the top of the hill is and know what I mean. And the hard part's when I get over the westernmost hill, I gotta remember to turn around and try the other direction before I drop, because that's one hell of a fucking descent and I ain't going back up it. This is the next house here on the left with this neighborhood. All the rest of that, there wasn't any houses. And there's a small cul-de-sac to our right over here. The gal's house is straight to our right and it's on a little lake and you cannot see it at all from any road. She still lives there. It looks pretty fucking incredible. I don't remember how many acres. I'd probably guess around 250. Can't be less than 150. It's tough to say though, because I think our brains have a hard time with square dimensions. Mine sure as hell does. I'm just gonna slow down here and okay, so that's, yeah, I don't know what the fuck's going on here. I'm thinking I can roll that hill behind me. I don't know. I might be fucked up on this. I might just be doing this to get a run at the other one before I start doing the roll. The funny thing is, the guy looking at the map the other day, you know, is me, but I don't fucking know what that guy was thinking, so. Also, these bars, I gotta remember, don't go over garbage cans, and here I am on a Thursday again. I do a lot of riding on Thursday because I like Friday afternoons scare the hell out of me, kind of. People are so dumb. People are out that aren't normally out or whatever, but weekdays before too is all chill people. Even the commuters aren't off work yet, you know. I don't know why the fuck I'm going this far. I think I'll just turn around. I think I still want to turn left in that hill. But like I said, I got no idea what that guy was thinking, so I think this hill is the beginning. And it's the hill after this I'm trying to roll up. I think I'm in the right gear for all this, which again is like 5 out of 6 in the back and the small ring in the front. The small ring's my hill rolling gear for sure. And those middle two in the back are the best rolling gears, but I'm going one faster than that. I don't really know because I've lost some weight. I don't know what's going to happen here, so we'll see. There's some noise in the back. Yeah, I don't think that U-turn helped me at all. I don't think that was necessary. Not rolling this. Just riding along, that's for sure, huh? This might slower of the two climbing gears. Or faster of the two. Got one gear left. I'm just duck walking now. I do lots of duck walking since I don't have enough gears. Now what am I doing here? This is the same backpack I was planning to use in the Century this summer. Sure squeaky. Might be the Camelback. I might have to rubber band it. First rolling gear. Second rolling gear. Someone's falling trees over here. This is a gear slower than when I rolled that Hunt Street hill with, where I went through that ravine. So we're one gear slower. I don't know if that's where we're gonna keep it. We'll see. We'll see if I know what the fuck I'm doing, huh? Nope, I don't. Yeah, no, those hills are too far apart. So that was the pair of hills then. And it's nothing. It's deceiving on the map. This ride's a bonk then. That's fucking stupid. Well, anyway, you guys get to see one hell of a descent here. I think I might just zip into gear 5 out of 6 here in the back. This hill's nuts. And I have to make a pretty crazy left and directly into an uphill at the bottom of this fucking madness to get home. And it's sketchy in the wet. It's sketchy in the dry. Dragging the brakes to make sure they're dry. This hill's free. .25 at the top of that. Got cars behind me, which isn't really fun because this is kind of technical anyway down here. You can always go past it and turn around. Yeah, I'm gonna go past it because I don't know what the fuck this guy's doing and I'm sketched about the wet. Looks pretty good there though. Nice area anyway. I actually come this way a lot just for the hell of it. Change of plans, just riding along, I guess. I'm bummed that pair of hills didn't work out. It was deceiving on the elevation. And this car is still following me. I don't think I look that good from behind, but place where everybody turns right, so I'm going to get more in the middle of the lane. Has some drivetrain noise. There we go. I put some dead cats on the GoPro. I bet you didn't do a fucking thing. We'll see. A lot higher speeds today than last time. Always plenty of low speeds to me. Average so far is 12. It's almost never above 11 by the time I get home. There's a couple of hills on the way home that always fuck with me. I think a lot of it's psychological. This is a pretty slow part of town. It's fucking great for riding. Everybody takes that diagonal to the right, which cuts up to Sehmel Homestead Park. I like to follow this along the water. Hardly any cars out here. This bike has bent forks. It always has, and so I've got to make sure I've really got a hold of it, because it'll speed shimmy if I don't have well, one hand on the drops, it's fine. But one hand on the top like this can do it. But you can hold it, like if you're getting some out of your pocket, you can hold it. If you have a really strong grip on it, it'll take the shimmy out. Hello. I hope that strap wasn't in front of the GoPro the whole time. It pissed me off. Yet another rubber band thing. I use rubber bands for way too much shit. It's kind of out of control. It's funny because you have gloves on, you cannot like undo rubber band things, so it gets funny sometimes. I'm just keeping a high cadence here. We're just rolling along. It's just little rolling hills like this until we get over to a really steep and very brief climb. And I've got to decide if I'm going to turn around or make this a 20-mile ride instead of a 12-mile ride. We'll see after I have a Quest bar, huh? Probably do a 20-mile on the SD card and have it cut out. A couple miles for the house, I bet. Usually does take me 2 hours to do a 20-mile loop I've got. It smells like dog food for some reason. Dog food, why would it smell like dog food? Doesn't make any sense. I always liked when the shows like 24, where some gal will say, I smell almonds, and then Kiefer Sutherland is like, it's sarin gas. Everybody out. I can't do Kiefer Sutherland, it just sounds like Batman. He's got a really deep voice though. I don't get it. I guess it's silky though. I liked him in that air traffic control movie. Where he's the controls and the plane goes down and he gets like PTSD from it. But in the end he has to save the day. I've got a soft spot for aviation. I smell cigarettes. What kind of terrorist plot is going on over here? That was kind of a climb back there, I don't remember. It's funny. It's nice having gears, you can kind of forget things. Don't forget them on a single speed. Howdy. Yeah, I don't get people that don't wave and say hi. Maybe he nodded, I'm blind. Left shoe is squeaking too, and I think it's because these are the dual use SPD pedals to have the, I mean, it has SPD on both sides, but it has that platform ring that is useless because you can't even ride these damn things with normal shoes anyway, so it's all just like for pretend. I put SPDs back on the single speed the other day. I haven't ridden it since. And those ones do have platforms on one side and SPD on the other. These little hills here, actually nothing. There's this corner coming up that puts you into a fucking vertical wall, man. It's like your heart doesn't even have time to catch up until you're already over it. It's crazy. I might want to hold on to the hoods in case I have to stand up. I can't remember. I don't think so. I'd rather not have FedEx behind me on the little hill, but things are looking that way. He can't see. He's worried that he can't see. I can tell. I'm gonna have to pretend he's not there though. Because there's nothing psychologically on this little hill. I'm spinning. I need to go down a gear. This way, there we go. Perfect. Nailed it. That's the wall. Now we're just dealing with rolling out of here. Whew. There's a piece of property on that corner. It's for sale. It probably goes all the way down the water. Oh, the mailboxes all got taken out. No, maybe? I don't know. Maybe they're just upgrading. Anyway, I always take a break here. I'm probably gonna shut the GoPro off. That way I'll restart the battery and everything, the charger. Make sure it's all working. We're back and we got the humpage. Might be time for a bike check. Just dropped this thing in the dirt. That's my 1978, I think, Schwinn World Tour. World Sport. It's 25-inch. Heavy like a motherfucker. Could really use one of those guards on the past the big chain ring. This one throws it off pretty easy on top, but you got to keep it, I don't know, you know, I like my derailleurs to have a little extra push, so you can get there from the helm. Like on shitty old mountain bikes, a lot of times you have to use your foot to get things moving, and I fucking hate that. I'm not coordinated enough to be kicking shit while I'm riding, so I like to have a little extra throw from the bars. Also thankful to have stem shifters. I hate down tube shifters for obvious reasons. When you have a fucking huge bike like this, they're just way too far away. Got that Joe Blow pump, I don't know what they call it, toe peak frame pump. That's the biggest size they make. It actually doesn't fit on my 27-inch. I have to have a hose clamp like right here on the 27-inch just so this has something to fucking land on, which is Really funny. Anyway, I'm gonna get going before I get cold. I took the jacket off. Make sure I push that button on the charger. I can't fucking tell if the charger's on. I can't remember if I did it already or not because I'm a shit for brains, and I can't remember if pushing it twice turns it off. I don't think so. Oh. Still haven't decided how I'm going home, but for right now we're not turning back yet. There's no rolling here, but it does help to go up a few gears for this hill. Just makes it suck a little less. I don't hear any noise, so I think I'm in the gears squarely. Pretty sure I got everything in my backpack. This street had their whole neighborhood mailbox taken out a few weeks ago. The entire thing was pried open. It had 2 rows, probably 12 mailboxes. And they didn't like do it professionally. It's like they used 3 crowbars and a sledgehammer or something. I mean, if you're gonna do a butcher job, I'd tie the whole thing to the back of the truck, pull it out of the ground, and put it in the back of the truck and drive away. If you're gonna do a butcher job, fuck. It's really weird. I suppose the tweakers are tweakers. If they weren't a tweaker, they'd be, I don't know, hitting higher value targets or something. And mail theft is a felony for such little reward. Really stupid. I'm in the highest gear. I don't want to put on the spokes. First time I was here, I was scared of this dog. Look at him. Hi, buddy. Takes a full minute to get over here. Hey. I'd love to have a little more acreage. We just doubled our chickens. We got 15 chickens and 2 geese now. Chickens have been fighting yesterday and today. I don't know what I'm doing here with gearing. I think I should stay in the... This kind of a stop sign. What you want to do is get over here and then just cut over. Free hill at 25 miles an hour, slowing down to 219 there at the very top, I guess. Actually, it's funny because that's a good place to turn left, but I don't know, you're riding up the same hill either way, so, but turning left here sucks because you end up going slow before you get to the turn. And this actually is kind of a main road here, so it always ends up you're looking over your shoulder. And I suppose if I was smart, I would fucking get over now, but I remember wishing I did that last time, but I don't like the looks of the shoulder over there. Either way, I'll probably be swearing, huh? That's the one thing we know. I'm getting over. I've got one gear left. I think I might need it, actually. They call this Swede Hill. I make it a point never to go to the top of it. I don't have the gears. It's another one of those fucking corkscrew jobs. I've done a mountain bike before. My old mountain bike. I might have done this bike 2 or 3 times, but not doing it today. The scenic route here is better anyway. And what we do is we go up Swede Hill from the other side, which sucks. But it matches the gearing on this bike a little better. You end up duck walking for about half a mile, but it works. My shirt's flapping around making that noise. It's funny, I wear the loose polos most of the time when I ride because they're longer in the back. I already have them. They're a wicked athletic material. I used to wear them when it was like 120 degrees at work, whatever, and the summer in the afternoon with the sun on the wall. Now I just wear them when I ride, but they have a collar. And the only downside to them, it's actually nice having the button up because if your backpack pulls your shirt and starts choking you, you just pop the top button. It comes off like with one finger, it comes open. And that's nice. But then the collar fucking gets into a resonance with the wind. Lewin used to say in reference to street signs that oscillate in hurricanes and shit, he'd say the wind offers all available frequencies and the sign picks out the one that it likes. So my shirt picks out the frequency it likes and hits a resonance with it. I do think that's the best explanation. I think going into aeroelastic flutter with a permeable, stretchable membrane unsecured at one end is a complicated ordeal. We have a shade cloth over there, like a shade net. It's like a tarp that's woven differently to have holes in it so it's breathable over the chicken coop. Both keep the chickens from getting out. If we forget to feed them, they want to jump over or something. And also just keep the owls and eagles and shit out. And raccoons. Well, raccoons are going to get in no matter what. But they haven't yet. But watching the wind hit that, it's a real trip. It's like when a tarp would start slapping. It starts to do that, like it starts to get the wave in it. And then it sort of inflates, almost like a lung, a little bit. And it breathes out through itself, which changes the aerodynamic properties of the surface, the outside of the surface, because you're injecting kind of like laminar flow into the boundary layer. High flow, low velocity into the boundary layer. Like like the hybrid laminar flow control in 787. And NASA has test planes they test that shit on, even on the main wings, where they both suck or blow through perforated wing skin. Okay, and so the math on that is a lot, I'm sure. Okay, but then with this shade cloth, you make it move and flutter and do that. And since it's not an airplane, you know, it's based on this variable wind. So you're affected by the boundary layer at the surface of the earth, right? Like I have a fence there, it turbulates that. And you have variable gusts changing direction constantly. I don't think that we have computers that could simulate that in a finite element approach. I don't think we have enough power. It's interesting. I was thinking of writing a paper on it. Problem is I don't know shit. My school does a lot of thermal fluids. It's one of their real focus areas. But the college is kind of brain dead. And you come to them with an idea and they're like, that's nice, you know, you think that when there's like any sort of aeronautical or aerospace innovation, they'd be all over it to try and compete with UW. My school's WSU, the other state school. Oh yeah, give it the shit, lady. Shoot you, that Subi. Don't want to get behind that bike. It's not like you couldn't just pass me. But yeah, there's been a couple things I've tried to approach the school about. I think generally they don't like undergraduates with ideas. When I'm an undergraduate with ideas, TM, it's kind of my thing. I mean, I'm doing a transition to engineering mid-career here, you know, I'm been around the block. And I wish that I went to a school that really wanted to innovate and would actually entertain things. They had a process to like take student ideas and document them and evaluate them, see if there's any intellectual property. You know, I don't really care about that, but they do. And then rank it, like what needs to be worked next year, what, you know, put it in. And so if there's no better ideas, it gets worked. If there's better ideas, it gets thrown to the back of the fucking cache forever. It might never get worked, but it's in there. So we're gonna go up Sweet Hill from the back here, which is busy, lots of traffic noise. Last time I was here, they had like some other important exit closed, and they were detouring everybody this way. And so it was like rush hour traffic you're riding next to. And the only reason that sucks is because it's a steep hill, and so people are watching you like decide if you're going to give up or not. I've always hated that. I'm pretty solo with things. Like even the races I do in the woods, you know, after the first half an hour, I mean, sometimes you're with a pack of a couple people just for a while, but The one thing I do like is you hook up with one person for like a few hours. But every time it's ever happened to me in a race, they've always dropped out before the finish. Well, maybe one guy. What the fuck was his name? This one guy lived in Eastern Washington. I think he finished. I can't remember. I always end up being a last place finisher because the guys I'm with all fucking quit. It's funny too because you got even like the fat people have their own motivational thought process. Like, oh, at least I'm ahead of that guy. And you finish and you find out he gave up 5 hours ago. It's like, motherfucker. It's okay though. Last place gets almost the same amount of gear as first place. So. Whew. Definitely not rolling this one. This is a humper. Prince Humperdinck. I watched that movie the other day. It gets better every time, I think. It was pretty crazy that Gideon from Criminal Minds was Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. I just rolled through a stop sign at 3.7 miles an hour. It's okay, it's legal now actually, huh? Allen wrench on the road. I really don't like riding in the rubble over here, but it's pretty clean. Stay on this side. I hear they're both the same smoothness. A lot of times the right is smoother and the middle is chip seal. These are both pretty smooth, both sides of this line here. I just don't want to get any flats. I'm lazy. It's these slow climbs like this, I love the SPD. This hill finish is strong too. Feeling some tightness in my left hamstring, I think. I didn't put any nutrition bullshit in my Camelback today. Because it was so cold out. I have been sweating quite a bit. Probably should have put some in there. I have one Quest bar. Cookies and cream. I like it because it has a low amount of sugar alcohol, only 2 grams. I like low carb, but I don't like sugar alcohol because I don't like shitting my pants. I think it's to be avoided. Four miles an hour. This hill isn't too bad though, it's just long. We're not done with it yet, but at the top here we're done with the steep part. And I usually take a breather before kicking it up a gear to get some wind. still have a detour sign up there. What are they doing? Oh, maybe it's that bullshit in the harbor we saw last time. And they're making people come all the way up Sweet Hill and then go back down Rosedale or something. Oh yeah, that's what it is. Mystery solved, huh? So they've been working on this for a month then. I must have been here. Yeah, about a month ago probably. So I was on the single speed for a bit. And I'll go this way on that bike. What I do on the single speed actually is I turn around where I took that break, or before it. Oh. That's something to think about. How do I want to get home? Maybe I'll go down this Sweet Hill for the hell of it. You guys can see the corkscrew deal over here. Nice quiet drivetrain now. Listen, you can't even hear the pawls and the freewheel. My favorite thing about these old freewheels is that you can get them so fucking quiet. Hey, you cannot hear it. It's a normal freewheel. I just, I oil them. I spin the back wheel with the bike laying on the ground on one side. And I drop oil into that race. You can see where it's turning and not turning on the freewheel. Ooh. And it sucks the oil into the pawls. That's one of the best sounds I've ever heard in my life. I think that's the only reason I do it. You got these noisy old pawls on some beater freewheel, and you hear it suck the oil in there and just get all gooey and quiet. It's so pleasing. Pedaled yet. 18, 17.2, 15.8. Yeah, I saw 38 there. That's probably going to be the max in the bike computer today. was tucked because I wanted to roll up that hill there. This hill you're climbing. There's nothing you can do about it. Rear derailleur's almost tapping the spokes, but it's like I like it so you can get to this fucking eject gear in a hurry. I was thinking about switching it to one of those hyper range where that last gear is some crazy jump. So I don't use the smallest gear anyway. Oh man, this is fucking steep. I'll have to switch to dog walk. I'm pulling up and pushing down at the same time with the pedals right now, and it ain't gonna last. Son of a bitch. I was gonna go left, but it's a pretty day. I want to see this view again. It's pretty that way too, but if you want to see the view that way, look up Sehmel Homestead Park. You can drop the street view. It's got great shit there from Google Maps. Better than you're gonna get from me probably. Crazy with the gears. Remember we came the other way earlier. Killed for less. This ain't a hill I normally ride up here this direction, so I'm still able to roll it though, even though that guy took 20 miles an hour off of me. Yeah, that was basically free. Just had to get involved. Earhart Harkness Humpage. Imagine naming a kid that. Gerhard Harkness. If you don't get over here this minute, I'm gonna have Mr. Humpage paddle your ass. Alright. Look at this beautiful water. Oh my god. Trying to tuck that shirt collar in and it's just not having it. Pretty sure I thought I was behind the fence. I've seen this before. Just a nice hedge, I guess. I remember this road because I used to love driving it. We used to just drive around and fuck around all the time when we were kids. Got out of high school right after 9/11, so there wasn't a lot of work to do. My dad was thinking about getting laid off at the time. That's how bad things were. So we just drove around causing problems in the middle of the night. I hope that fucking strap isn't in the whole video. Shit pisses me off. Yeah, the year 2000, I worked at Radio Shack for Q4. They call it Golden Quarter, September to December. So I used to sell all kinds of shit. Like corded telephones with built-in answering machines and other useless shit that's in landfills now. But I don't think I was working on 9/11. I remember I was in bed that morning and my mom was freaking out about the World Trade Center. I think I was doing temp work off and on. I dropped out. I was already working before most of my class graduated, I think. But it was off and on until I got a job at Travel Chair. Probably my first 40-hour deal. I can't remember. What are we doing, car? Thank you. Look at this, will ya? Like I said, you could probably make a really good slow TV video out here if you could not sniffle and shut the fuck up, but that's some other guy, that ain't me. I hope he has friction shifting though, just for the romance of it. I like to go up a gear here. You don't really need to, but I find that I end up with a really slow cadence before this starts to descend again if I don't. There was one more hill in front of me too. I sort of got it squeaking as the pedal, not the shoe. Let's see if this guy gets it, huh? Look at that. What a pro! I don't know what you're doing living out here if you're in a hurry to get to the freeway, really. And you're not just going around the block to have fun in your car when you're in a beat up F-150 or whatever that was, so. People are just all fucked up, man. What they need is an old 10-speed. And a goose egg for lunch. Had a goose egg with sauerkraut and mustard today for lunch. I mean, that was like 10:30 a.m. Had a Quest bar and coffee before I left. See, I'm already in slow cadence here. This hill just sort of gets you down in speed. I suppose I'm still in pedestrian mode here after that beautiful road. I want to go one faster here. I don't want any problems with that either. We gotta turn on the Ray Nash at speed so we can try and cruise up it without having to pull it. Much better coming the other way, but we decided to take the long way home. Oh boy, this is dumb. That's why I looked at the small ring so I can jump like this. I'm gonna go one more, but I want to go late. Right here. So we're over the worst of it. We just gotta get over this little hump. That's the faster, the two rolling gears. I'm gonna leave it there, I think. We did have some ice on little puddles on top of the container we keep the chicken food in yesterday morning. There's no ice anywhere this morning. Lots of hail and snow the last 3 or 4 days. Portland had like 6 to 11 inches of snow on Monday. Today's today, Thursday. It's been a crazy week. The skies parted for me today though, fuck. I got the showers past rain gloves on, but I took the liners out, put them in the backpack with the jacket. This is why I had it in that gear, just so I don't have to worry about this little guy. I have a really hard time driving by this place on the right. They've got beer and sausage and crackers and shit. You can sit on a patio. Maybe we'll go look really quick. Let's do a little U-turn here. don't want to get in the rubble too bad. I don't mind rubble on this thing if I walk it. My weight isn't on it. So they got a little patio over here. I don't know what's going on with the GoPro. I'll make sure I turn the angle down so that helps. Little patio beyond the cedar fence. That's Raft Island across the water. We have a bridge too. I could ride it if I wanted to, but I don't know. I don't like it. It's got kind of dense housing. All of our little islands we build these skinny fucking lots on. I don't like seeing my neighbors. I don't even like hearing them, but I don't know. Having 50-foot wide lots. I'd probably rather live in a condo thing somewhere, like more towards downtown in that case, so I could not drive as much. But to have a skinny fucking lot out here on some island, I don't get it. Now I do see, like, if I ever built a sailboat, right, and I had owned one of those lots and rented it out, if I had a fucking boat shed or something, with a shower in it, or I don't know. Because see, what we're gonna do if we do that is we're gonna have like a motorhome outside our house, rent the house out, and have a agriculture shed over the motorhome and a storage container or something. I don't have waterfront property, and so we'd have to park in front of my sister's house, the boat anchor in front of my sister's house, or deal with taking the dinghy or a kayak to the dock, either storing the dinghy or kayak or putting it in a truck or on a car to get to the house. Got a little bit of a chafing going on. I find it unexpected. I think it might be the pocket of the Duluth. I can't tell. What's going on? I pay attention to that shit because it's early in the season. I really want to know what's going to cause me problems on the longer rides. This bike has an LBF saddle on it though. I am concerned that the new saddles I have on my other two bikes don't have quite enough hamstring clearance. Like they sweep wide too early instead of being skinny farther back. That could also be my tendency to sit farther back than the seat even is, which is definitely the case on the mountain bike on Saturday or Sunday, whatever day it was. I know I was sitting farther back because that seat's just in the wrong spot because the stem I don't know about my other seats yet. The jury's still out. In the past, I found this saddle more comfortable. I don't think it's the comfort features of the saddle. I think it was the geometry. But saddle store on a 20-mile ride doesn't make much sense. So I got to figure out if it's the shorts. I'm wearing those Navarra liners again. I think I just threw away all my old mountain bike shorts. They're so terrible. I might have saved one of them that had a sewn in liner. If that's the case, I may want to bring that with me on a century ride. Maybe to make up for the weight, I'd take the extra socks and underwear I keep. Take those out instead. And bring the shorts. Just in case these Duluth shorts. These ones actually are just khakis. They don't have the performance material. I haven't had any problems. Time will tell. It'd definitely be good to bring something extra just in case I'm 50 miles from home. I do bring butter with me, but I try not to use it. I try and only butter up a little bit before I leave. Kubota for sale. God, I love that color. This is the color we painted the rally car. Like with the 5th coat of paint. It's funny, I was doing something next to it the other day and I saw flake of paint on the ground that had fallen off the rally car, but there was some Bondo and the paint was 1/8 of an inch thick. I don't know what the fuck either, because we had sanded down. It was almost all the way to primer before we painted it the first time. Painted a John Deere Blitz Black the first time with their yellow primer and black paint. They use the yellow primer so you can see thin spots through the black. So you get your tractor painted right. And then we used the Kubota, literally Kubota tractor paint from the Kubota store or whatever. My buddy got some. He won some at a poker game or he helped somebody. He got it for free, I think, but it was from the Kubota store. And that orange, man, it's more burnt and more orange than Chevy orange. Chevy orange is more red. I think, and more like saturated. For a while, Ace Hardware had a generic version I would use for touch-ups. That was, you could use Chevy orange, but it was noticeable. But Ace Hardware had an implement paint. It was the same color, basically. Oh, they have geese too. I didn't know that. I wonder if those are wild geese or Canadian geese. I wonder if they're wild or if they raise them. Ours are Toulouse. There's chickens over here. Hi, chickens. They had two of the fluffy butt-colored ones where their back end looks kind of like a cloud. And they had one that was white on the head and neck. And then sort of brindle into sort of a darker fluffy butt. The hell kills me on a single speed. And these hills I'm dealing with now are always at the end of my rides, so I like to come home this way. It's quiet back here, usually fewer cars. And you also have this overwhelming knowledge. We have this huge hill up to the house. Like 250-foot climb to the house. And so you're already kind of tired. But you know you got that one to the house left. And there's, I don't know, there's 3 hills between here and there. This first one's coming up. You can get up really easily somehow. I don't understand it. It's like it's slight downhill approaching it, but it looks level. I don't want to have any issues with that dropping down again. I feel good today though. I do feel hungry, but about 10-12 minutes from the climb to the house, so I got a request bar on my desk waiting for me. No more coffee today though. I gotta make a cup of tea. 2 cups of coffee a day. I decided to have them both early. I got a headwind right now. Here's this hill. Last time I was on this, it switched to a tailwind when I was in the hill here. Like it went looped over or something. No, like I said, we're hiding from the headwind at least. That's not too bad. That's the whole hill. Got a car sitting in my 7 o'clock. It's an Impreza. Guy's got a firewood business. I can't imagine it's for anything but taxes. Ooh. Even though he doesn't get agriculture for that, I don't think, unless it's his trees and he doesn't have acreage. We should get the agriculture benefit for the chickens, but it'll take 3 years. This will be the first year, and I don't know if we can do it in the 3rd year or after the 3rd year. We can get the value for the land reduced to the profit of the farm. You're good, come on. I hate chicken shit drivers, man. I mean, it's a good guy, you know, but like, you do what you're supposed to do, it makes it so much easier on me because my brain is tuned for driving, and I've got significant algorithms built in for cycling, but my 4-way stop circuit is definitely wired for driving. Squeaky left pedal, I don't get it. probably just that platform rubbing against the shoe, like at the bottom. And the platform has this, well, I don't know, something has a spring in it. It's probably in the platform and pivots around the SPD slightly. Either way. When you have normal shoes on, it feels like the opposite. It feels like the SPD is the one that turns. It don't work good though, but I thought about making a universal pedal spindle that would fit left and right, like double-ended, to keep in your backpack. And then you could just put like one of those platform pedals that bolts onto a spindle, like with replaceable platforms. You could take one and notch it out or something on one end so it would fit either way. I used to do group rides with a family, had a bunch of kids, and we would mountain bike rides. It's like 5 miles in Banner Forest. I would actually bring sometimes 4 pedals with me, 2 of the adult plastic ones, and 2 of the kid plastic ones. It felt like at least once a month somebody was breaking a pedal. I didn't shift to get a run at this. This hill is my fucking nemesis. I do think a lot of it's psychological. I don't know what it is. I don't know if your legs cool off in the meantime. Oh, Jesus. Once I get past those mailboxes, I'm usually good. Just gotta duck walk. Switch to SPD mode for a minute. Just change it up. Trying to get some air. I need some air. I had a lot of trouble heat adapting last year. It'll be the biggest challenge this year too.